Copy, copy, whiskey, tango, Mike. This is how out of home can win the moment. In 2016, Google unveiled a new way for brands to think about the way they engage their customers. They called the concept micro moments, and they defined a micro moment as an intent rich moment when a person turns to a device to act on a need. That's to know something, to go somewhere, do something, or buy something. And it makes sense, right? The moment where a brand can intercept intent and potentially turn that prospect into paying a customer. What about the moment right before the moment, the one that triggers that reflex to grab their device and look for something? Out of home tends to fall back on the fact of life that we spend more time out of our homes than in them. And while we've certainly spent more time in our homes than we have traditionally, we're still on the go. In fact, the DPAA recently shared a study showing that marketers are underestimating how many people are commuting daily for work, and they're overestimating how many people are working from home. That means there's a huge opportunity for brands to take advantage of influencing moments of consideration with key audiences. Did you know that mobile searches continue to rise for top brands? Or that search interest for Open Now has tripled in the past 2 years? How about the watch time of YouTube videos with ideas and the title has grown 135% in the past few years? Okay, now consider this. If the majority of our time is spent out of home and we're looking for top brands, open venues, and new ideas, then how is out of home not playing a larger role in that discovery? It is, Tim. That's the magic of out of home, might be a common response. I totally agree. It definitely is for the brands that are doing it. But mobile online advertising is a $200 billion global industry versus out of home globally at $30 billion. I saw a really cool article the other day about how out of home advertising is thousands of years old. Well, internet advertising is only 25 years old and they're kicking our butt. For brands, there's clearly a monstrous opportunity to become a top brand, to remind people they are open now, and to inspire ideas like things to do. So how do we use all that? Stop trying to make out of home about perfect attribution. Smartest marketers I know are the ones who don't try to prove 100% attribution, save for direct response marketers, of course. One of my favorite questions to ask in meetings is, do you think Geico would ever give 100% credit to the display ad that someone clicked on to request a quote? It usually jerks people back into reality. We high five, agree, and go crush it. Instead, we have to tell better stories and help them optimize to that. Here's my 3-step framework for doing that. Help advertisers understand their own customer's journey. Ask questions about how they interact with the brand. Where do they get the most engagement? What are the most common questions, and where do people fall out of interest altogether? Then reverse engineer that journey to identify where the funnel leaks. Look for choke points, conversion mechanisms, tripwires, and all other forms of friction. We're looking to shorten and smooth this out. So then identify your best opportunity to knock down a big domino for the customer. The big domino concept is, if I can make this domino fall, then everything else takes care of it. That could be answering a question early on in the buyer's journey where a lot of people just fall out of interest. If we can answer that early, that would be a big domino, and that would knock down the rest. If we do that, we establish authority and we give the most relevant information in the most convenient ways as quickly as possible to the people that want to do business with us. So what does it look like altogether? Well, for example, billboards drive search activity on websites like Google and Yahoo and Bing. So does your website rank for the things that people are likely to search after seeing your billboard? If not, are you running paid search to capture that? Should you be? How does the billboard campaign improve your click-through rate and quality score and ultimately drive down your average cost per click? Running a social engagement campaign on some wild postings? Are you using QR codes to deliver relevant content immediately and connect the dots easily? There's no more powerful medium for influencing the moments that trigger the digital reflex than out of home. Let's tell that story. If you found this to be helpful, please share it with somebody you think could benefit. And as always, we'll see you next time.